How's it going, YouTube? Prisco YGO here, coming at you with another deck profile. So today, we got something special. Alright, something real special, something that's real close to my heart, something that I've been talking about for quite a while now. And something that I really think needs to be said. Alright? Free my boy Rusty. What? What? Yo, he's already off the ban list? What were they thinking? What were they... Hello, Konami? What the fuck were you thinking? You know how many decks are about to abuse this? You did it because you want money. Okay. Alright, I feel that. Peace. According to Konami, they did it because they want money. Well, this is about to be one hell of a format. Let's go ahead and adjust the camera correctly. This game is about to get real toxic, real quick. And I'm here to show you one of the ways to do that. If y'all really thought the Time Thief can't abuse Rusty, you was wrong. So, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to play some Time Thief. That's just really fucking convenient how that ended up on the bottom. We're going to play some Time Thief, and I'm going to show you how Rusty can be used in Time Thief Redoer. There's multiple different ways on how it can be used effectively. I think I have found one of the best ways to use it effectively without going into the Phantom Rage stuff. Once that stuff comes out, then things are going to change, obviously. So, let's get into it, shall we? Alright, so we've got the deck right here. We're going to go ahead and get right into it. No side deck today because side decks are meta dependent, and we don't have a meta yet. We still have yet to see what decks are going to flourish because of this boy right here. So, let's see what happens. Anyways, we're going to start off with 3 Winder. This is our main Stratos of the deck. You guys have heard all the Time Thief stuff before, right? Do I have to do it again? Oh, some of you are new? Okay, cool. Welcome to the channel. Anyways, yeah, Time Thief Winder is a Stratos. He's one of the best cards in the deck. He can search your negate, he can search your protection card, he can search any Time Thief card in the archetype that's in the main deck, other than himself, so he's really good. Second, we are playing 3 copies of Regulator. This is our Rescue Rabbit. It's probably the best starter card in the deck. One of the best starter cards in the entire game, if I had to say so myself. He's probably like up there with Tour Guide. And both are really, really susceptible to Ash. But anyways, Regulator. He contributes himself for cost and summon 2 different Time Thief monsters from the deck with different names in defense position. Really good. He also has a second effect in the graveyard. If an XYZ monster is destroyed by battle, he can summon himself out, banish it when it leaves the field. The other thing I didn't mention about Winder is that he can special summon himself from hand by detaching from an XYZ material that we control. So, really good. Really, 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 really good. For the rest of the Time Thief cards, we are playing 1 Bezel Ship and 1 Chrono Quarter. These are the extenders. They also have secondary effects. So this one can special summon itself from the graveyard by detaching to an Xyz monster you control. And it's also an archetype deity Crow, attributes itself for cost, and takes a card out of your opponent's graveyard, attaches it to an XYZ monster you control. And this one special summons itself if an XYZ monster leaves the field due to a card effect. You contribute it during your opponent's battle phase, and they would take the next damage that you would take. So it's really powerful, really good. That effect comes up every once in a while, but not all the time. For the rest of the cards, we are playing 1 each of Ancient Cloak and Silent Boots. I had to remember their names because they're in Italian, and I never remember their names. But anyways, one each of Ancient Cloak and Silent Boots. The reason why I'm playing one of each is because if we happen to draw one, we kind of need to send the other off of Rusty so that we can get the card that we need. Alright, so there's that. This card here is an honorary Time Thief card in my opinion, and that is Parallel Exceed, because this card is so broken. It's a free rank 4 if you link summon, and it's just really good. Alright, so for the next cards that we are choosing to play, we are choosing to play 3 copies of Bora the Spear, 1 Zephyros the Elite, and 1 Singing Lanius, and this is for our Winged Beast engine, if you want to call it that. We're going to be summoning Zephyros off of Wise Tricks, and we're going to be searching Singing Lanius off of Force Tricks, and Bora off of Force Tricks, and Bora's not a once per turn, so we just play more than 1 copy of him. But these are really good level 4 extenders, and this can bounce a card to our hand and then summon itself from grave if we pay 400 life points, and it's a hard once per duel, which is really good. Next, we're still playing the Rocket Engine. It's still the best level 4 engine. It's like E-Telly, but for level 4s. It's really good, and I was playing 3 Rocket Tracer at first, but then I decided to cut it down to 2. And yeah, Recharger is like a hand trap if we happen to draw it. If not, then we can summon it off of Rocket Tracer. But for the most part, we really just need that 1 quick launch in order for us to get what we need. Just that 1 extra body on board. And then we're not playing too many hand traps. This could change depending on what the format ends up looking like, but we are just playing Gamma and Driver because the Lambda package with Time Thief is still very much so powerful. And for these spells, we are playing 3 Quick Launch. Quick Launch is really powerful, just like I said before. It's a E-Telly for level 4s. Not as generic. So it forces you to play rockets, but the Rocket Tracer and Recharger combo is also still pretty good. We're also playing 3 copies of Generation Force, and this is one of those texts that I was talking about in the Facebook groups. If you are friends with me on there, or if you follow any of my content in those groups, Generation Force is a really good card if you control its XYZ monster. You can search out an XYZ card from your deck, and one card that really came out that's just really OP is XYZ Import. I decided to play 2 of these, and a buddy of mine that I was theorizing with, he was asking me why Generation Force is important, and I said XYZ Import is really powerful. And he was like, well, why not just play 3 copies of XYZ Import? And I was like, why not play 5 or 6? Well, my exact comment was, why not play 6? And the reason why I say 6, even though I'm only playing 2 copies, is because I'm playing another target for Generation Force. The reason why is because this is a hard once per turn. So if I open up Generation Force and XYZ Import, and I'm able to make a XYZ monster, I don't want Generation Force to then be dead and get me another card that I'm not going to be able to use on my next turn. What it can do is get me a counter trap, which I'll show you guys in just a moment. For the rest of the spells, we are playing 1 Time Thief Hack and 1 Soul Shave Force. Time Thief Hack is a card that you can search off of Time Thief Winder so that you can bounce it with Zephyros. It also protects your XYZ monsters from being targeted. So Valor and Imperm probably not going to be effective to us if we're able to have this on the field. And it's not a hard once per turn activation either, so we could just literally bounce this to our hand with Zephyros and then reactivate it immediately. Soul Shave Force is a way for us to get into CDI. It's just another form of getting negation on the field. And then for the traps, we're playing 2 Flyback, 2 Fog Blade, 1 Shade Rigadine, 1 Retrograde, and 1 XYZ Block. Now, so Flyback is a card that if you draw it, then you don't have to make Perpetua that turn. But Flyback pretty much attaches a Time Thief card to any XYZ monster you control. And in Graveyard, it's also a DD Crow. Same thing as like Bezel Ship, where you can banish this and then target 1 XYZ monster you control and attach a card to your XYZ monster from your opponent's graveyard. Fog Blade is just another form of negation. This is an extender if we happen to open up one of the Fog Blades. And a retrograde is a spell and trap negate. It also attaches the card to a Time Thief Redoer. An XYZ block is that other card that's searchable off of Generation Force that says when your opponent activates a monster effect, detach one XYZ material from a monster you control and negate the activation if you destroy that monster. So it's still really powerful. It's also not once per turn, so if I wanted to play more copies, I probably could, but I don't want to brick very often. So that's that for the main deck. For the extra deck here, I'm going to start off with the XYZ monsters. So, these aren't sorted. That's pretty sad. To start off, we have Time Thief Redoer and Time Thief Perpetua. These are your two main boss monsters for the most part. They allow you to like do other funky shenanigans, like you can bounce Redoer to summon Chrono Quarter, and then in the end phase, Perpetua is a quick effect that you can target Redoer and then attach a Time Thief card from your deck to the to him as material. So you can just attach your flyback so that he has a trap, so that he can bounce a card, as well as after he bounces a card, you can then use this as a DD Crow since it'll be in graveyard. It's really good. Next, we are playing 2 copies of Force Tricks. Force Tricks, not a hard once per turn, so it's really good, especially in this deck that we're going to be using to go into Rusty and all the other shenanigans we're going to be doing with it. And then for the 3 flex spots, because Cyber Dragon Infinity is a card that we kind of want to play, so we can rank up our Force Tricks into it using Soulshave Force. But then the 3 flex spots are Evil Swarm Nightmare, Abyss Dweller, and Tornado Dragon. I like Tornado Dragon, but this can easily be cut if it's not like a back row dependent format. Abyss Dweller I feel like is going to be needed this format because Rusty came off the list. Orcus might make an appearance again, and Evil Swarm Nightmare just says no to a lot of decks in general. So that's that for the XYZs. And now for the links, we are playing 1 Salomon the Great Almirage. Just in case we happen to brick, but we have Parallel Exceed in hand, we can normal summon a monster with 1,000 or less attack, link it off, and then go into Parallel Exceed, which will still allow us to make our Force Tricks and have some form of play. We are playing 1 copy of Lambda because, like I've said before, the Lambda and Redoer play where you search for Gamma is still extremely powerful because Gamma is just so strong by itself. And it's also like a backup play if our cards, if like we aren't able to get into Rusty, then we can most likely still make Lambda. Wise Tricks here to help us get into Rusty. It's also the card that facilitates getting into Cyber Dragon Infinity because when a Raid Raptor XYZ monster uses its effect, Wise Tricks' mandatory effect will allow you to set Soulshave Force from your deck to the grave. It's actually any rank up spell card from your deck to the field. So you can even play like this card right here, Rank Up Magic Launch. I'm choosing not to, but there is a way for you to use that to go into Kali Yuga. Like I said, we're not doing that today. This is just the fun stun deck profile, I guess. For the rest of the link twos, we are playing 1 IP Masquerena. IP Masquerena is really good if you're going into the Lambda play because, like I said, you still need some other form of play if you get hand trapped. For link 3s, we are playing 1 Nightmare Unicorn and the Rusty Bardiche. That's so good to see him in a deck profile now. It's been so long. And then 1 Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. So, yeah, that is it for the deck profile. Again, no side deck because I don't have, well, I have one ready, but it's just not, it's not there yet. I don't know what the meta is going to be like starting tomorrow because it's Sunday night. The new ban list doesn't go into effect until Monday, so I guess I'll be finding out throughout the week what the decks are going to be looking like, what the meta is going to be looking like, and so on and so forth as we go along. I just dropped a shit ton of cards. I'm going to go ahead and do 1 quick combo tutorial just to show you the power that this deck has, and now keep in mind, still pretty weak to Nibiru, but I don't see a lot of decks maining Nibiru as of right now. So this can easily be a sleeper deck, and then once Phantom Rage comes out, we'll be a lot more capable of playing through Nibiru in order to get our end result. So I'm gonna shuffle up here really good because the deck's still kind of sorted, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video so you don't have to sit here and watch me shuffle. Alright, so we're just about done shuffling up here. Just a couple more ruffles, some cuts, and yeah, let's go ahead and draw our cards. So let's see what we got. Parallel Exceed's pretty good. Winder's pretty good. Generation Force is pretty good. Oh, Regulator Winder. Oh, nice. And Temp Defect. Okay, I'm not too thrilled about opening this, but that means we get one more negate since we don't have to search it off of Winder. This could easily have been like another extender or anything really, and I would have been happy. So let me see if I can zoom out a little bit so you guys can see a better, have a better field of view. Give me 1 second. That's a little bit better. The camera quality got a little bit worse because I had to go into wide lens mode, but that's not too bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with this combo here. We're going to go ahead and normal summon the Regulator. Use Regulator's effect to summon out 2 cards from the deck. We're going to summon out Chrono Quarter and Bezel Ship in defense mode. Let's not drop cards out of the deck, please. And now we can go ahead and overlay and go into our Force Tricks. For Force Tricks here, we're going to use its effect and detach the Bezel Ship. You always want to detach Bezel Ship first. We're going to search for our Singing Lanius, which is right, where are you? Right there. Special summon the Singing Lanius and use Bezel Ship's effect in graveyard. Special summon itself by detaching from Force Tricks. So now we have another level 4 body on the field. Right here we can go ahead and activate Generation Force to get a search. Boom, 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 boom. Where are you? We'll go ahead and search for XYZ Import. And now I probably should have activated this first. Just to have it on the field, but this is like I said before, this card can just protect our XYZ monsters from being targeted or destroyed. So yeah, pretty powerful, I guess, this format. But then again, we don't know. I know Imperm's going to be everywhere, but this can protect our Force Tricks from being targeted. So Effect Failure and Imperm won't do anything. We'll go ahead and link these 2 off. And we'll go into our Wise Tricks. Now, Wise Tricks' effect will activate, and we'll search out, not Bora. We'll search out our Zephyros to summon it. Now, the other thing is I could have activated Parallel Exceed here, but it's really not necessary at the moment. I'll probably use it on the next Link summon. Overlay these 2 into the second copy of Force Tricks. And now here, it doesn't matter because we have Winder on field, but for the most part, you always want to detach the Zephyros. Detaching Zephyros, we'll go ahead and search for our Bora. It's also going to trigger Wise Tricks' effect on resolution, so Wise Tricks' effect is mandatory, keep that in mind. So it will always activate, and whether you have this in your hand or not, sometimes it'll resolve without effect, but at this point we are going to resolve it by searching and setting this to the field. Let's see, next we'll go ahead and summon Winder by detaching from Force Tricks, and that's going to allow us to search. So Winder will allow us to search for Retrograde, which just happened to fall off the deck. And now we can link these 2 off. There's a couple different plays we can do here, but we'll go ahead and link those 2 off to go into Rusty. That's going to trigger Parallel Exceed, so go ahead and summon Parallel Exceed. Then use that effect of Parallel Exceed to summon another copy of itself. And now we can do the Zephyros effect. We'll bounce Hack back to our hand to summon it, and then reactivate the Hack. Let's see, next We can overlay these two. Right here, we're going to go into Time Thief Door. There's another thing I could have done a while ago, just to have a negate on field just in case. Activate Social Force, pay half our life points, and go ahead, get Force Tricks, and go up into Infinity. So we'll just have that there. Let's see. So then we'll go into Redoer, yada yada yada. Special Summon Bora. Overlay these two. Go into Perpetua. Now we use Redoer's effect to bounce itself until the end of the turn. That'll trigger the Chrono Quarter Engrave to summon itself. And then we overlay these two into Evil Swarm Nightmare. Let's see. Now we can use Rusty's effect. It's probably something we could have done a long time ago. Send Boots to search out Fogblade, and then Banish Boots to search out the other copy of Fogblade. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. And then in the end phase, oh, I shook the camera a lot there. In the end phase, well, we'll set these, right? Set everything here. Now, in the end phase, we'll have Redoer come back and then use Perpetua, targeting Redoer to attach a trap to him from the deck. So, essentially, this is what we got here, right? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 negates, right? This is a spell and trap negate, so Dark Ruler no more, won't do anything. This is an Omni negate, so for like Evenly, Lightning Storm, all that other good shit. We can spin back the normal summon. We can also absorb the normal summon. We have 2 more monster negates, and we've got 2 Book of Moons. So we've got, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 interruptions. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. So that's just one of the ways that we can do this combo. There's plenty of others. I'm not going to go into them too much because this video's already been pretty long. So yeah, give me 1 second to grab all my stuff. And that's going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's video. I hope you enjoyed. The deck profile is still in the deck is still in the experimental stages. So it's definitely something that I want you guys to test out for yourselves, see what you like, see what you don't like. If you don't like Generation Force, go ahead and cut it. I still feel like XYZ Import is a extremely strong card to be playing right now. So yeah, anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like the video if you feel like I deserve it, give it a big old thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys think, what are your thoughts, what are your builds, all that good stuff. And subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. I'm really hoping to get to 200 subscribers pretty soon so I can do this giveaway. I haven't revealed what I'm going to be giving away yet. I've got it here somewhere. Don't exactly know where I put it, but it's on my desk. I just reorganized everything, so it's here somewhere. There it is. Alright, like I said, I'm not going to reveal what the card is just yet, but just know this card has got a lot of sentimental value to me, and one of you guys is going to get to have it for free. All you got to do is subscribe. So, yeah, guys, thank you so much for being there and for being here with me when I do these videos. I know my videos can get kind of repetitive sometimes. I do a lot of Time Thief stuff, but hey, Time Thief stuff's what I'm good at, and Time Thief is my favorite deck. And it's only getting better as time goes on, and I want to be there when you guys, you know, get your wins. So I want to be there to help you guys build and get better at the game. So anyways, my cat's trying to get into the room now. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. Peace out. Love you guys. Deuces.